Did I invent intuitive eating, bulking, and cutting? The answer is no. I wish I did, but it turned out I didn't. That's out of the way. In today's episode of this very first ATW podcast, we are going to be talking about what is intuitive eating, cutting, and bulking for me. Who is this intuitive method for? Why I do this, and should you do this too? How to deal with hangriness when cutting, and about this new protein whatever study, which is gonna relieve many people's stress about this daily protein amount intake stuff. Alright, welcome to the very first ATW podcast episode, which is about intuitive eating, intuitive bulking, and intuitive cutting. What it is like for me and on my perspective. So as I have mentioned a couple times before, I really hate counting macros, and that's why I don't do that. And it's mainly because it's too scientific for me. And I actually tried it once a couple years ago, but it just didn't work for me. But I do roughly estimate my protein intake though, so I guess that a little bit counts to this counting. But anyway, I just think that when we get older, we have some kind of understanding what we eat, what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat, and how much we eat, and should we eat more or less what we eat. So my advice is, if you don't want to count these macros, it's just like eat a little bit less, and especially less carbs. And if you're still hungry, you can replace some of that carbs. Let's say bread. Just replace that with some kind of protein. For example, egg whites, like I do. So eat a little bit less. And especially if you eat a lot of junk food, eat a little bit less junk food. I'm not saying you have to let it go totally, but eat a little bit less and be patient, and over time you will start losing fat. In case you keep your workouts and that physical stuff on the about same level. Yeah, I'll give you some couple of examples later on this video how I start to eat a little bit less on the next 3 months. But of course, if you like counting macros, or let's say if you don't hate it like I do, then feel free to count, of course. And I think it's at least so many people suggest it, and I guess does it. So I guess it's the most accurate and fastest way to get on your fitness goals or whatever they are. But fastest way to get results, I guess. But for me, it's not fastest way. It's actually not any way, because I start to what's the word? I don't. And especially if you are for some reason in a hurry to get some results, then I guess this macro counting is maybe your best option. But I'm not in a hurry. I really just love this process, and I love to test new things and see what they do for me and how they make me feel. So I think most of the people, they're actually not in a hurry, but they just want everything fast. So but this is just me. I'm not in a hurry. So my style always has been that I get an idea of something, then I take action right away, and then I do the research later, if at all. And that's because I don't want other people's opinions being mixing up into mine before I establish really solid my own opinions of whatever matter. And actually that's why I got so excited about this intuitive eating and cutting and bulking stuff. I really thought I invented this new breakthrough method, but then I just YouTube Googled it a couple of days ago, and turned out I didn't. There's been many people doing it like a long time already. Anyway, for me, intuitive eating is eating mostly stuff I honestly feel I need, not necessarily what I want to eat. And that's the thing. But I have been a bit reckless with candy lately, and I'm not trying to like fool myself or feel bad mentally about eating candy. Physically, sometimes I do feel bad after it, but yeah, I know what I'm doing. So and if it's not like good for my body, all good. It's like no regrets. I just enjoy the taste of candy or these chocolate covered almonds, which are one of my favorites. And yeah, I just enjoy the moment, and probably get a bit nauseous later because I have like zero control about how much I eat at one sitting. So I am like a huge emotional eater, and when I'm in stress, I tend to crave more sweets, and that's why lately, especially, I have been consuming much more candy and other not so healthy stuff. But you know, no regrets. I have been getting this mental benefit at a time, but then I have also like known that yeah, it's not like making my getting fit progress any easier, but you know, just like this exchange. So yeah, I really think there should be these really super tiny bags, these candy bags, for my kind of people, so we wouldn't like overeat this candy. But you know, it is what it is. And yeah, and another good reason to live far from civilization supermarkets is not like just when you get this craving in the evening. It's not just like I just pop in the nearest market, because it's actually far away. But anyway, to have the most benefits out of this intuitive eating, just like it's just like being really truthful to yourself and learn to recognize what your body needs, not just like what it wants or what your mind wants. So anyway, to get the most benefits out of this intuitive eating, it's just like being like really truthful to yourself, you know, what you like need, what your body needs, not just like what you want, especially when in emotional state. All right, so yeah, next to the intuitive bulking and cutting. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing, but for me, in a nutshell, it's setting an intention for this specific time frame. In my case, it's now 3 months, and yeah, it's like yeah, setting an intention to like what kind of relationship I want to create between myself and the food, what I eat, and how much I eat, and a little bit also like when I eat. So yeah, I've been like in this intuitive bulk season for a couple of months since last winter, meaning I'm eating on purpose a little bit more than I feel I'm needing to, just to, you know, fuel my workouts and to recover better, because in winter I actually noticed that I wasn't recovering so well from my every other day full body bodyweight session plus this full body dumbbell session, which I did in a row. And yeah, it was every session was like a full body stuff, so I just didn't recover. And actually I got a little bit burnt out, so I decided to take this 1 month break in the spring, and then came back with a new game plan, which is this split. But this is a whole another topic for another video. But so far it's been actually working super well. Yeah, I did lose fat and got leaner in the winter, but I was also like really fatigued, you know, like really tired. like after week and week and week, I just got like more tired until I just had to take a break. So then the balance was a bit off, and also the winter was a little bit rough otherwise as well. So yeah, when bulking, I just ate a little bit more loosely and more in general, a little bit, and also trying to get as much protein as possible, but never reaching these normal standards which everyone talks about, which is this 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. But actually there is I ran to in this really interesting video maybe week ago or something, couple of weeks ago, and there is this again new studies. There's always new studies, but anyway, so it's not like this according these studies, it's not anymore this gram per body weight pound anymore. It's more like 1.6 grams per kilo or 0.7 grams per pound. So it's actually significantly smaller amount, which is actually found to be useful. You can of course eat as more protein as you want, and maybe in some cases it will help if you're going like in extremes. But what they said was this is the amount, like the kind of like the roof where the more protein didn't make so much difference anymore. Maybe in some bodybuilding world or somewhere there, but you know, like for us, for like this regular people, this 1.6 grams per kilo or 0.7 grams per pound is enough. And this is actually, at least for me, it's a huge relief, because until I ran into this video, I was like every day almost, I was just thinking, yet another day not reaching my protein goals. I don't think I like ever reached in my weight, which is 87 kilos about. So then I should have taken 190 grams of protein daily. But I don't think I ever reached that, even close. But now it's according to this new study, it's only 140, which is like a 50 grams less. That's like a much closer to reality what I actually get daily, if I just follow this my meal planning. And yeah, if you want to check the video, it's I'll put the link in the video description, and it's around 5ish minutes when they talk about this topic. But actually I haven't watched the whole video in the end, but at least about half I have watched, and it seems like a really interesting video. So I highly suggest to watch it like from beginning to end. All right, so next is this intuitive cut. And yeah, I'm starting it actually today. It's the 1st of July. So I was planning to have this cut season next 3 months, which is July, August, and September. And then turn slowly again into this my next intuitive bulking phase, which is then October, November, and December. And every 3 months I'm gonna change it. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what is under this little fat layer, which has been developing also while doing this bulk season, this last bulk season. But what it means for me on daily basis, it's just like eating a little bit less. Or if I'm hungry, I'm gonna just add some protein. So here comes a couple really simple things which I'm changing now, and actually started changing already. Is before I used to have 4 cups of oats in my porridge, oatmeal, in the mornings, but now I'm gonna put 3. And we are also gonna use a little bit less peanut butter on our morning apples. I'm gonna start eating a little bit smaller portion sizes, like overall throughout the day. And if I'm hungry, I'll have egg whites and tomato. And in workouts, I'm gonna add a little bit more cardio, which I think I'm gonna cover with this extra 30 minutes of yard work in the mornings. You know, just like cutting lawn with this manual cutter and doing all kind of yard work. You know, just like moving and trying to do it like quite rapidly. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more bodyweight training in my workout sessions, but I'm gonna keep my same lift training, this dumbbell and this mini barbell training. I'm gonna keep it same. So I'm gonna follow this my summer split program. One thing I'm already know what's gonna be like a downside of this cutting. I'm gonna get really hangry at times, which means like hungry and then easily angry. And this is actually another word I didn't invent, but anyway, but the hangry at that describes it perfectly. But for me, how I handle this being hangry, and of course if I'm alone then it's fine, I can be just like hangry by myself, but when I'm around other people, meaning with my wife, what helps is that I just like I know I have chosen to be on this cut season, which means sometimes I feel a little bit hungrier. So for me, like mentally, it's a little bit different because now I have chosen to be hungry, a little bit hungrier. Not like I have to be because of car ride, because some supermarket doesn't have anything I want to eat, or something is delayed, or you know, things that you can't like control. But this is like my own decision to get something else, and okay, it requires maybe being a little bit more hungry sometimes. So it's totally different way to approach it. At least for me it works. I don't know if it works for anyone else, but for me it seems to work. So again, it's like on my I'm hangry, but I'm on my, it's like I'm hungry, but I'm hungry on my own terms. All right, why I started this bulking and now starting this cutting? It might be better way to build strength and muscle. I don't know, maybe, probably. If done correctly, probably it is, because it seems to be quite popular method among these bodybuilders. But for me, it's actually just another way to get some variety in my nutrition and on this my process overall, and avoid boredom. And because that's one of my biggest challenges, is to, when I get bored, I easily quit. So I'm trying to avoid boredom at all costs. And for me, staying on exactly the same diet for years sounds like the most boring thing ever. Even though I have had my same oatmeal years, I don't even remember when I started eating it. That's somehow different. I just like it. But yeah, but you know, like getting this overall on this my from average to warrior project process to get some variety and different seasons, just like we have seasons in the nature. It's like I'm gonna have like different seasons on this process. And just for like a kind of like a practical reasons, we chose this 3-month interval. So 3 months bulking and 3 months cutting. And let's see how it goes. But I think it might be really good for me. So yeah, from this one thing about this bulking phase, still overall I'm very happy of the results I have been able to achieve. I can lift much heavier weights than I could like in the springtime or in the winter, sorry. And despite this bulking, my waist hasn't like, it has, I'm noticing some fat gaining, but it hasn't like exploded. So yeah, I gained like a couple kilos from the winter. That's fine, that was expected. But now I'm gonna slowly start to curve this bulking season into this intuitive cutting for the next 3 months, and let's see what happens. So if you have any thoughts, ideas about the topic, feel free to comment down below. And yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and yeah, Have an awesome day and bye.